What's going on, fam? It's your boy Sydney from thenakedgardeners.com. Today is going to be an interesting day. We just got these lambs that we got from the previous week. They have been quarantined now for about a week. We're going to still kind of quarantine them off as we interbreed them with the flock to expand our flock. But we have a dilemma here. We normally keep this one fence for whenever we're moving the sheep, and now that we're keeping them quarantined into this little pen area, it's going to be hard. However, I think we might have a solution. So they've been in here, and it's been interesting to see how, what are y'all doing? Look at these guys. Look at him. Hey, girl. Can you not? Did you bite some off my shoe or my boot? They're starting to kind of let us pet them. Look at him. I can't pet you on your head because once you get older, you're going to try to be button. What you do? Look at you. I'm going to bump you. How about that? How about that? How about that? So at first we had them in here, and at first we kept the door closed. We didn't even try to operate the chicken door, but look at this. Watch what she goes in there. We don't have a name for these guys just yet. He just keeps on butting me. But this was a good idea that Mrs. had. She opened in. They're small enough they can go through there. So we're gonna put some hay in there, and we're gonna wind up closing them in. That way we'll have enough time to move the fence-in area and kind of contain the adult sheep and move their fence over one. And then what we'll wind up doing is kind of doing a figurations to keep the sheep. Probably have to hand carry them after we got to figure out how we're going to do this. We'll probably move the coop, then move them, or move them inside the pen. We'll figure it out. Just stay tuned. All right, so I figured it out after I was getting the alfalfa. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some of this alfalfa, put them in there, lock them up, take the fence down, set up the perimeter to contain the adult sheep, so that way we can take their fence down and move them accordingly. And then once we get that figured out, then we'll take boy, what is up with you and my boot? And then we'll wind up taking them and putting them in the pen. After we get them in the pen, we'll move the coop all over there. So there we go. That's what I was trying to say earlier. That's what y'all like? Yeah, because we're going to put that in the cage for y'all. All right. Come on. Close this. You won't let me love you. Now you want to be trying to be all up in my face. Oops, sorry, dude. You just all in my way. All right, so the missus thinks we can have, I think we could probably get one more paddock out here. The only thing is we might have to make it more longer, but we'll see how that turns out. What I have to do now is figure out a way to kind of include these guys, because initially we were going to expand them out that way, but I think it would be better just to go one more that way to help with this soil area. Because so eventually we need to start concentrating on areas where our animals need to be at to help improve our soil quality. I'm very interested to see how they do out in here, because eventually I want to get them wrapped around that area, see if they can mow that down. If they do like it, we can incorporate that with our pasture mixture and whatnot. So let's see what I can do to get these guys kind of secluded, fed, and move their fence. So I got them secluded in this little pen area. So now I just need to do is take down the rest of the, take down one side of the fence and start finding out where our perimeter is going to be at. And then I will close them in a little bit more, take the second fence down and finish that off. And then we'll be able to move everything in there. We'll be able to take the coop. We'll be able to start transitioning the lamb ram and ewe over into them to kind of get them used to each other. Still have this fence to kind of seclude the adult lambs from bullying them a little bit, kind of get used to them. And then the following week, we'll be able to open up some more. All right, so I got the fence off. I told the missus if she could bring me some gloves because it's starting to get cold. I think the high is supposed to be about 50, mid-50s, I think. So I'm gonna take this down. Once she brings me my gloves, I'm gonna have her help me out a little bit and get this all wrapped up so we can start taking care of the rest of the flock.
See you watching me when we're with our friends. It's definitely something in the air. So let's take it from there, 'cause I know you want it. Afraid to let it show, and I know you need it. Why don't we let it grow, grow, grow? I think it's time we stop tipping on our toes. What's holding you back now, sugar? 'Cause I don't know, sure know you want it. Afraid to let it show, and I know you need it. Why don't we let it grow? Why don't we let it? Why don't we let it grow, 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 grow? It grows stronger for every day. We just can't keep it away. No, yeah. Grow, 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 grow. It grows stronger for every day. We just can't keep it away. Oh, make you move before someone takes your place. I know how you feel, but you're scared to say to my face. I sure know you want it. Afraid to let it show, and I know you need it.
So we moved one in there and the sheep are like, what's going on over there?
It grows stronger for every day. We just can't keep it away. Grow, 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 grow. It grows stronger for every day. We just can't keep it away.
She was kicking.
Yeah. As soon as she catches her breath, she'll do it again.
I see you. So let's take it from there. Why don't we let it grow, 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 grow? And I know you need it. Why don't we let it grow? I know you want it. Afraid to let it sow. You need it. Why don't we let it? Why don't we let it grow, 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 grow? Why don't we let it grow, 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 grow? Why don't we let it grow? Why don't we let it? Why don't we let it grow? Yeah. Ba-da, 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 ba-da.
So this is what we like to see. See moving our animals on fresh pasture, and they just going right for the grass and not worrying about the feed. We got the ewe lambs and ram lambs right over here eating up the grass. They got a bigger paddock area than what they had previously. And they'll be here for about a week, like I said, and then we'll take this down. We'll keep their coop, their little hutch right there, because when it's time to feed them, we want it to where they're only have access to getting feed. Eventually, we'll probably have to get a bigger feeder because they probably won't be able to go into that door much. Probably about a month from now, they probably won't be able to go through that door. We've been feeding them some grower feedings, a lot of the alfalfa compressed hay that we got from the big box store. Eventually, we want to wean them off of that and just be the pellets, supplemented pellets, and maybe some sweet feed to kind of get them bucket trained like the rest of our animals on the pasture. All right, it's later on in the evening. Had to get some lunch. One thing I did forget to do, I need to check to see what type of voltage that we're getting off of this fence to make sure that they will continue to respect the fence. So let's do that, and then I'm going to tackle this feeder to make it a little bit easier to move. So we're just going to insert this portion into the ground and then just get a reading off of here. 7.1. 7.1. This is getting a good reading off of two 164 linear feet of sheet fencing, high tensile sheet fencing, and 184 linear feet of just a chicken poultry netting off of this S30. It's a 0.3 joules solarizer. So, you know, Gallagher putting out some good products right there. All right, so now let's take a measurements off of this hay feeder, see how we're going to construct this. All right, so I got, oh girl, I got the wood all cut. So what I did is I angled the 2x4 so that way it kind of reduced the resistance when we're moving the hay feeder across the ground, because we have a large of, I'm not sure it's clumping fescue or whatever it is, and anytime we're moving the chicken coops or anything of that nature, it just caused some resistance, and I hope this kind of reduced that. And then I added these eye hooks, like I said, so that way we could take the pulley from the hutches, strap it onto here, hook it onto here, and be able to pull it that way, because otherwise it's just a pain in the butt to move this by hand. So let's see if my idea works. Guess I should have brought a hammer. I want it there. I need some room to drill. There we go. We're burning daylight. We're trying to get this done, but we really don't have much to do from here. All I got to do now, this isn't necessary, but my OCD-ness, I want to make sure we get this as flush and plumb as possible, so we don't have any issues later on. We'll stand this up, and then I'll tell you how I made this. One of our viewers suggested we should make this sturdy. I definitely agree. I just got to figure out a way to do it. I might just put some T-posts at the end, because going this way is sturdy, but just going this way just kind of worries me, since they like to rub up against this. I got the eye hooks facing that way. Now we're going to put the hay on. So this hay feeder was a easy build. It literally probably took less than 20 minutes to make. How to make it was, we took an old IBC tote that we had our previous owner left on the property. So what we did to get this was, we took the top piece off, the strap off, and then we took the liner out. Then we were able to take the sides corners off. I just basically used a sawzall to cut those off. And then I also cut the bottom rails off of the bottom here, so that way we're able to bend it in, zip tied those corner pieces together, and that was that. Very easy build. For the liner, what we did, I kept the liner and used the top piece off. I cut the top piece off. Oh, come on, kid. Luker. I cut the top piece of the tub off, and then what I normally do with that is I put it on top of here. Let me get rid of this wire real quick. I put it on top of here just to kind of keep as most rain and the outside element off of it as possible. I mean, it's not gonna, if we have hard rain going off from the side, we're gonna get it off of there. But other than that, it's a pretty easy build. And then for the remaining tub of the tube liner that was in here, I just cut opening for that, and now we just use it for the lamb ram and the lamb ewe to use as a shelter, another shelter if that's what they want to use it for. So this is a good easy build. If you like this type of video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. About a week from now, what we'll do is take that fence off, and I just tested that, and that was another range anywhere from 6.8 to 7.3. So girl, you are a trip. So that is good to have off of 3 fences, that S30, to be able to pull that much power, get that much charge off of these 3 fences. If we are affiliated with that, we'll put the code down below. That way at the checkout you can get a discount and helps us out as well. So that is that for today's video. We're burning daylight. Until next time, let's grow together.